Dude, it's an honor getting to talk to you right now.
Oh, man, you're too kind to me.
So,
I appreciate it.
So what made you guys, you and everybody on the team, want to do this project and tell this story?
Well, this story was about, we just want to start this company that really actually believed that if you invest more in people who are really talented in front of the camera, behind the camera, and really involve them and give them a voice in the project and in what they're doing, you'll get better movies, better art, and actually it'll go quicker and be easier and it won't even cost more money. And then this script came along, and just the idea that hey, this was the first time somebody stood up and said, I need to be paid what's right. If I go out there and make myself the biggest icon in the world, I need to be paid for that, because that's the value I create, and if I don't, I don't. And that idea was very in line with what we were trying to do. And then I right away I was like, but there's no point doing it if Michael's like, this is bullshit. It doesn't support it. The last thing I want to do is, he's my hero. So I got, really nice of him to just sit down with me for a few minutes, and I was just like, hey man, I don't want to do this if you don't want me to. Just to flat out start with. I'm not talking to anybody else. And I want to know, what do you care about? What matters to you? Because I'm not going to have every single detail right. You're not in the movie because, first of all, you're too old to play yourself. Second of all, I can't afford you. Third of all, if I get another actor to try to pretend they're you, nobody's going to believe it. Because the thing about Michael Jordan is there's only one of them, and you know just who he is when you see his shadow. And so I thought, I'd try to do that. It just blows the movie up. But instead, I love the idea that everybody's talking about it, that you never see him, because that's what that kind of genius is. It's mysterious and elusive, but it means something to us. And then he told me a couple of people. It was interesting. I thought he didn't come and go, I did this, I did that. He said, these are people who are important. They need to be reflected in here. I said, you got it. And it was George Raveling and Hal White, and then he said his mom had a couple of lines in the original script. He said, I want Viola Davis has to play my mother. I said, Mike, that's like saying, you can start a basketball team as long as you get Michael Jordan. Yeah. You're setting a real high bar. You want the best actor in the world? No. But then I realized, maybe this is my chance, because I've always dreamed of working with her. And I knew that just Michael wanting her was going to go a lot longer way than me wanting her. But I also realized when he talked about it, I saw this guy is one of the toughest, most intimidating, powerful, deity on earth. And then he talked about his mother, and I saw across his face a whole different thing of the respect and gratitude and love and humility and adoration. And then I realized, oh, that's the movie. That's the story. And I'm giving it away, but I love the idea that you come in and you think you're going to see this story about Michael Jordan. But it's actually about the person that was the most important person to Michael Jordan, without whom there would be no Michael Jordan. And as such, kind of a homage to anybody who's played that role in someone's life. And then we were able to get Viola, and that was a blessing. And I just thought, I mean, if I get run over by a car tomorrow, I feel like, you know what? Okay, I don't know if it's gonna get better than this.
Oh man, thank you. I'm wrapping it up here. Last question: when are we gonna get a Dogma 2?
Yes. I would love to. The problem with movies is that they it's kind of why we wanted to start this company, because part of what we want to do is give the piece of the ownership of the IP, the copyright, the title, to the people who are participating in it. It's a very hard thing to accomplish, because it turns out that's where all the money is. And in the case of a lot of movies, they get wrapped up and held up by somebody who's got that, and they want money or they have their thing, and you're stuck. I would love to. I mean, maybe I don't know if there's a way to do a play without getting the rights. We could just show up and do impromptu flash mob Dogma 2. I don't know.